What's up, world? This is Lamar Womble coming to you live again with episode number 42 of what I learned.
42 episodes.
Of what I learned about student motivation today, and it's a really special episode because this is the second week in a row that we have a guest to be on the show. I know last week I was filming in Omaha, but I am back in the BX, back in the Bronx, and we have a guest today who came and hollered at our students, and that is Miss Taylor Rooks from SNY Sports in New York City, and a couple things. So we know that we want to give education strategy here, and so one thing that we decided to do this year was try to figure out ways that we can encourage our AP students to persevere and kind of overcome the obstacles of being an AP, so they know that they can push through and really come out of this on the other side better than they started. And so we started a Passion Speaker series where we tried to bring in a lot of high-level speakers to come in and do Q&A with students. And so what I want to say is that we get direct feedback from our students based on the speakers that we have. And so Taylor was our speaker today, and I just want to read for you two survey results that we got from being with Taylor today. So the first one is this: it changed how I think about my AP classes, because sometimes you have to go through the hard things and the tough things to come out on the other side. She also said that to just relax and enjoy things at the end. Another student said she has made me want to pursue my dream career path even more, and also she reminded me how important it is to work hard because I want to be a representation for minority women. So, yeah, so that's like direct feedback from our Q&A session today with Taylor. So I just want to kind of break into a little bit more about that, why it's important to have minorities and women in the media, but also just some of the obstacles and struggles that you've been through, that you've experienced kind of being a woman in journalism. So just first, like, introduce yourself, tell people where you're from and all that good stuff.
So my name is Taylor, as he so eloquently puts. I work for SNY. Before that, I was with Big Ten Network, CBS Sports, Fox Sports, and a lot of different things. Went to the University of Illinois, majored in broadcast journalism, which is why I now do it today. I cover all New York sports. I do a little bit of everything. Also cover UConn. That's basically me. That's really what I love to do. I like college sports more than pro sports, even though I have to cover pro sports here. So, you just keep trucking and do it even if it's not your favorite thing.
Shout out to college sports. College sports is like just a different level of
passion is different.
Different.
The people are really doing it because they want their team to be good. They're playing for other people. When you get to pros, people are playing for themselves,
exactly.
which makes for a good talent and a good show, but it loses some of that heart.
And you get to storm the court.
Yes.
Which you're not doing the pros as well. So I'm interested though. I know the students asked you a couple questions around women and minorities in the media,
yes.
But for you, what do you think is the importance of being able to tell us?
Yeah, like I said when I was speaking to the students, I think that it's important because nobody knows that experience like somebody who has lived that experience. And as I was saying, if you're watching a panel and someone is talking about Kaepernick is kneeling, or they're talking about domestic violence and how the NFL needs to, approach it in a better way, it shouldn't be four white men discussing that. You need to have, a white man, a black man, a woman. You need to have different voices, because when one group of people is talking about something, it changes the narrative. It can maybe skew the way it is, but you need to have those different opinions. And nobody can talk about, like I said, the experience like someone who has been there. Especially for women. It's definitely hard to be a woman, and then it's hard to be a black woman. So you have these two things that are already setting you back a bit, and you have to persevere through that. But I think the most important thing, besides even just talking about the sports narratives, is being able to show the people watching you that they can do it.
Yep.
Like I said, I don't think I'd be able to do this if I didn't see Carrie Champion or Pam Oliver, or any of these, black women that are on TV that show me that I really can do it. And when you see someone that looks like you do something, it gives you a different type of spark to be able to do it.
That's real. That's the realness right there. So one more question for you.
Yeah.
I talk about passion, so I travel and tell kids follow your passion.
And he is very passionate.
I try to be. So
look at the bow tie.
For you, shout out to my man, by the way, Thomas Knox with the Be Great bow ties. Go get yourself one. For you, what is your why around journalism? What is it that kind of draws you in and makes you want to do more of the work that you do?
Yeah, I always say, and I so when I speak to your students, it's that I think that the truth isn't in a lot of things, but there should be truth in journalism. There should be people that you can look to and channels you can go to know you're going to get the right story, the accurate story, and the story that matters to you. I think my really big why is that I want to find my voice. And even when you find a voice, you want to be able to use it in the correct way. You want to use your platform in the right way. I think there's a lot of people that have a voice and have a place to discuss different things, but they don't use it correctly. And I don't see the point of having a voice and being able to reach people if you're not going to do it in a positive way, inform people, let them know the things that they need to know. And I think that's just what really drives me journalism, is telling those stories, telling the stories that matter. I think we lose stories that matter a lot of the time, so that's what keeps me going.
Well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
So, episode 42. That's all we got. Make sure that you follow me so you know when I'm going live on Fridays.
For 43.
For 43, that's right, exactly. And normally we go live at noon, but we wanted to do it a little bit later today because we had our special guest in the house today. So next time, every Friday at noon, what I learned about student motivation today. We out.